It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The final of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Right here, guys. 180. Mike 51. Check Mike. Check Mike.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft, played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign, 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit him so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jones. And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No. Green 18. I got it. Man left. Out. 3 down. Out. Kill. Back north. Hey, turn it up.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Blue 58. 57.
I'm going to come back to you.
26.
57 to Mike.
Bravo.
Twist. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
I'm coming.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
No.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. You. You to 50. Switch. Wide. Get wide. Check your hot read. Deuce.
Kelly, front left, Kelly.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
19. Hey, 88.
Any day. Check 31.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Inside.
57's the Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Good trap. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Slam. Shift. Switch.
Right left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 51.
Go.
Bring it.
Hey, gun.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Squeeze, double down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. It's a loss of a yard there, and it... Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going. Watch the shift.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Packers. Davante Adams. 96 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Garoppolo now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Here we go. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Here we go.
Here's Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tight end right.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Working from the gun. Garoppolo. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Woo-hoo! Shit. Jam him. Jam. Hey, watch it. He's checking. Come on.
Jackson now. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
11. 51, Mike. Mike's 51.
Garoppolo again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 36. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52. Under 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 46-yard line.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's get it. Hey, check 24. Watch. Six guy. Check 6 guy. Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Switch, switch, switch. Leo, big edge, big edge. Zip it. 3 on 3. Motion, motion, motion.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, motion, motion, motion.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno. Short. Let's go. Get set.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check 24, check 24. 49, check 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Go, slant, watch the slant. Motion, motion.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Right there.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
57's the mic. 57's the ball. Rabbit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, I'm coming. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch switch. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, check 24. Check. Check 26. Check 26.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Here we go. 10, come on. That's it. Man. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Yeah. Check nickel. He's coming. Go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Here we
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
I got you. 51's the mic, boys.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on first down. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
We got it all day up in here. We got it all day.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 24, 49ers 8.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he comes back with one complete. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A gain of 12 yards.
And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Safety's creeping. Check 43. Shift. Watch the shift. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flag.
Now Jackson on first down. It fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check. Slam. Kill.
This is Jones. And an alley to run. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Three down. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here it comes. Check. Lucky. Whip. Watch the whip. Motion.
Here's Jackson to throw. It got his man. Complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back. Buzz. Be ready. Let's go.
Now Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What? 22, check. Lama. 22, check. Lama. Check. 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 Go. Check. Yeah. Banjo.
They'll go again to Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Rush in. Shift. Watch out. Protect the backer.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Mike 51. Hey, whoa. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
One, Omaha.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson on the keeper.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? that these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Green Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.